So could we be getting a reboot of Madam Web, of Morbius, of Kraven the Hunter, of all these other major flops for Sony and the Spider-Verse? Maybe. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Sony is going to reboot the Spider-Man Villain-verse with new people after several box office flops. I don't think anybody trusts you, Sony. Now, this is complicated because Sony has a deal with Disney, with Marvel, that actually predates the Disney acquisition of Marvel. And for them to continue making Spider-Man movies in any capacity, they have to put a movie out. I think it's every 5 or 5.5 years. And it has to be related to these characters. So even if it's not Spider-Man proper, Peter Parker, they still have to release these movies just to keep the rights, because if not, Disney can swoop in and take Spider-Man, which I'm sure they'd love. I mean, I'm sure they would love it. So this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. Sony to reboot Spider-Man universe with new people after several box office flops. Sony film boss Tom Rothman also reveals China banned Spider-Man No Way Home because it showed the Statue of Liberty. What? They said, yeah, there could be a reboot of Morbius, of Kraven the Hunter. Sony Pictures chairman and CEO confirms the studio is planning a fresh reboot of the Spider-Man universe after the franchise's string of box office disappointments. Aside from Venom, that's because it's Venom. Rothman was asked by Matt Bellany on the Town podcast, where are we in the Spider-Man franchise? Not the animated Spider-Verse. Is the larger Spider-Verse dead? No, said Rothman. Are you going to go back to those at some point? Yes, he said, but it'll be a fresh reboot. Yes. New people? Yes, yes. The executive added that scarcity has value. You got to make the audience miss you. Nobody misses Morbius. Nobody misses Madam Web. Nobody misses Kraven. Actually, a lot of people miss them because the box office takes were terrible. A lot of people just didn't go. Rothman also, for the first time, confirmed in a 2021 report that Spider-Man No Way Home was banned in China due to the film's climax taking place at the Statue of Liberty. The executive pointed out the film made $1.9 billion globally, which pisses me off to have to say this. You say $1.9 billion, what's wrong with saying 2? Well, it didn't get into China, but in my mind, the film's box office is over $2 billion because I know what we would have done in China. Well, you didn't actually make that money. That's maybe money, dude. That's interesting, though. I didn't know the Statue of Liberty was banned in China. The China Film Administration just said, small thing, no problem. Just cut out the Statue of Liberty, which is where the climax is. That was their request. What? Needless to say, they didn't change the film, which might have been impossible given the sheer amount of screen time that takes place at the iconic New York landmark. Yeah. I didn't know that you had to, I didn't know that you were not allowed to show the Statue of Liberty in China. He said, I also really didn't look forward to sitting in front of Congress telling them why I cut the Statue of Liberty out at the request of the CCP. Don't blame them.